We're joined now by Vancouver Giants defenseman and freshly minted San Jose Sharks prospect Colton Roberts. Colton, thanks for taking the time today. Congrats on a huge summer. A lot has happened since you heard your name called at the NHL Draft in Las Vegas, but a few weeks later, what really sticks with you about the draft experience?
Yeah, thanks for having me out. I think it was like surreal still for me, like the whole draft experience, like having it in Vegas, being one of the last drafts that all the teams are there. I think that's unbelievable. Being a part of that and hearing my name called is just surreal.
Is there anything that happened behind the scenes that surprised you about the process?
No, not much. It was like a lot of nerves going into that thing for sure. Everybody around me wanted to get picked. I wanted to hear their names get called. Same with myself, and no, there wasn't really anything that stood out.
And then you move on to your first NHL development camp. Was there a welcome to the Sharks moment for you when you got to San Jose?
No, I just I guess so. Like seeing all the NHL players that are personnel there, like Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau, all those guys. Like seeing them on the ice. Like I used to watch them growing up, so it was really cool to see that. But overall, it was a good experience.
What can a young guy like you take out of that first real NHL experience?
I just feel like to just take it all in, like watch like how certain guys do things, how like to kind of act like a pro and how to be one. It's first camp, like obviously there's lots of nerves, but for me it was just to kind of play my game and try to follow certain guys that I know one day will be a pro, or even if they're on the AHL team already, like see like how it is to be a pro.
We hear a lot of guys in your position talk about learning what it is to be a pro. What are some of the habits that you see other people do that indicate to you, like, these are the things you need to do to get to the next level?
Well, they always do extra stuff for sure, which I think is a big key. If you want to keep your body healthy, like you got to be doing extra stuff more than the team's doing. So I think for that, for me, would be huge.
There was a big WHL contingent this year, too. You got Carson Wentz from the Hitmen, 2023 pick Luca Cagnoni from the Winterhawks, division rival, and Nate Niski there, too. What was it like seeing those guys in this kind of space?
Yeah, it's cool. Like going to camp, like getting to see like familiar faces or guys that I play against, like it's comfortable for sure. Like if I went there not knowing anybody, it would have been a little hard. Like obviously you get to know people, but like already knowing people, like kind of hanging around them, like it made it really fun.
Is it ever frosty when it's guys that you play against a lot?
Not really, no. Like they're friends off the ice, but like different team on the ice. So
And then with your game itself, what kind of feedback did you get at camp?
um I don't know, like they said they like a style of play that I play and they want to keep moving forward on how I play. They gave me like certain feedback, like I got to be better in the D zone, like certain areas of adjustment and aggressiveness and all that certain things. But they were pretty much just there to just kind of get a feel of us and how we looked.
Is there anything that you've really keyed in on your game that you want to work on this summer and develop throughout the next season?
Yeah, for me, it's like certain skills, like with the puck during summer, like walking the line, like stuff like that, being able to like find passes and power skating was huge for me. Like I wanted to get a more effortless stride, so it was easier to skate. And then like it's hard like in summer, but in the D zone, certain things like aggressiveness and all that stuff, I feel like I really need to like up my game.
You set career highs pretty much across the board last season. Are there any hard goals you have set for yourself going into your third full season with the Giants?
I just don't want to be dashed. That's a really big thing. Those points don't really matter. Like it'd be cool to have a lot, but that's not really my identity as a player. So I just want to be kind of like a more two-way shutdown guy.
Vancouver was also one of the top teams in the league in the second half of last season. What's it going to take for this group to build on the successes of last year and make that deep playoff run?
Yeah, well, like you said, like we got to build on it. The start was bad, ended the season good. Like if we bring in this upcoming season, how we did ended last season, like I think we'll be a good team. We just got to get our chemistry really well. Like, and I feel like for us, like we all got to trust each other, trust that we're all going to do our jobs. and that'll be a big piece, and we'll have a deep playoff run.
One of the big pieces on your team this year is going to be Cameron Schmidt. He just won a gold medal with Canada at Hlinka Gretzky Cup. He's coming into his draft year. Is there any advice that you can kind of pass on to him as he looks to navigate the roller coaster that is your draft year?
Yeah, I think the big thing, like he's a skilled, like he's gonna put up lots of numbers this year. So like he shouldn't like change his identity at all. Like he should just play his game, which is pretty much scoring goals, which we like out there. But yeah, like for him, like he's gonna meet with lots of scouts. He's gonna have lots of eyes on him. So I think a big thing for him is just to kind of keep calm, like don't be too cocky, but also don't get low when you play bad games. Like just find that even middle where he's just like playing his game out there. And I think like with his game, the scouts will love it.
Some solid advice. So thanks, Colton. Congrats again and best of luck this season.
Thanks a lot.